Actually, I need to change this title. So move the mic for just a second. Okay, so it's that mic. Can't spell. Let's see, change that. Category. Sorry, I muted the mic because I'm a moron. Let's see, get rid of that. Come here. Stream manager. No, thank you. Where's the chat? Yeah, we're going to chat settings. Nope. What? No, stop. I want to go all the way here. I can't. What the hell was that? What is going on here? Auto mod Q. No. No, I want to just mod that message. What is going on here? Why does it keep doing that? That's going to be annoying. Hold on, I'll be right back. Where's my controller? Hello, Skyfall. I am just getting things set up here. Not quite ready to get started, though. Let's just do that one. I don't know what's going on with my mic. Maybe later. Am I just dumb? What is going on here? Oh, hold on. I know what I'm doing. Delete that message. That's what I was doing wrong. I'm just stupid. Okay. All right. And then I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about. There we go. Can we not? Can we just? Thank you. There's that. All right. What was I doing? I know what I was doing. I'm gonna have to move my mic again. Move it right here for now. Let's find. There is. Where's that website I usually use? I guess I could just open image, new tab. That's not a PNG. It says it's a PNG, but I don't believe you. Partner. God damn it, Steven. Steven, you know how to spell. Do it right. Partner Cap Pikachu. Images. What is that website I used? Okay, let me just do this. Mute. That's not supposed to mute when not in focus. Why? Properties. I could have sworn I fixed all this last time I streamed. Oh no, it's my shortcuts I need to fix. Hold on. Settings. Hotkeys. Snowball. How do I fix this? I did this shit just last time. Here, you want to come here? Come on. Come on. Hi. Come here. You can lay right here. You can lay right there. I swear to God, there was a way to do this. Show active. Enable. Disable hotkeys when main window is not in focus. Yeah. So when I'm over here, that should work. It seems like it's working. Is it VCune? No, it's not VCune. Where is... Alright, what was the search I used last time? Gen 7 Pokemon. It's not Project Pokemon. I know it's not. Although, actually, this might work. Where, oh, where? Actually, Project Pokemon might just have what I need. Where are you? These are all back sprites. I don't want back sprites. Models, Generation 7 Pokemon. Oh, hold on. 3D models, Gen 1 Pokemon is where it would be. Why are you not loading more models? Here we are. Alright, Pikachu. What's going on here? What's going on? I guess I'll just give the page time to load. While that works, why don't we insert image? We'll just call you Deoxys. Create new, browse, downloads. There we go. Oh, that's small. We'll just lock you in place and go back over here. Aha. Here we go. Partner Cap Pikachu. It doesn't matter which one because there's no specific shiny sprite. What? Save image. There we go. Let's close that. Add image. Part Cap Pika. Browse. Okay. So let's put you here. And then let's. That's actually pretty loud. That's definitely loud. Okay. Let's turn you down. Maybe about there. I think so. I think that's better. Yeah, I think that's good. I can turn it up if I have to. Alright, so that's good. Yuki, I'm gonna have to let go of you for a minute, love. Next, let's see. However, you're still not working. So, what do we do? What do we do? What's my battery at? 91%. So I'm in a situation where if I want to stream my 3DS, I have to unplug my power cable. I'm at 91% battery, which means I should be fine for a while, but I guess we'll just go until it dies. I mean, I have to be somewhere at 5 o'clock anyway, so it's only about 4 hours. So let's just do that. Let's just do that. Unplug you. Unplug you. And damn, you're really stuck in there. Really? Yuki, I regret holding you now, because now you're in the way. Sorry for all the fucking noise. Plug you in. And plug you. Where are you? Plug you in. There we go. Oh, there's that. We need to turn the volume off. Oh, wait, is that separate? Hold on. We need to turn the audio settings. I don't want any audio. No sound. So I don't want audio. How do I turn this off? This is going to be a problem. Yuki. Wait, what if I'm not... Even if it's not in focus. Damn it. Loopy, are you telling me you didn't include a way to disable audio? Control panel. Nope, that's a screenshot. Just the top. Oh, that's how. There's a slider right there. I'm just blind. Okay, so let's minimize this. Actually, let's pull this back up just so I can troubleshoot a bit. That's loud. Okay. Now let's include. What am I looking for? Video capture device. 3DS. Okay, let's just try a window. Window capture. I don't think this is right though. We can do it that way. I gotta let go of you for a minute, love. What is it? Alt or Shift? I forget. There we go. Yuki, what are you doing? Let's see. You can't be on the desk. Come on. You gotta go. I'm sorry. Alright, I think that's captured well. Actually, why does it look like that? No? Huh. Whatever, that'll work. Of course, I can't see the... Yeah, I can't see. Here's what I could do. Hold on. fix that. That's bugging the shit out of me. Alright, that's not much better, honestly. Oh, wait, you can't see the screen. Right, so hold on, I'm gonna have to fix this. What's the best way to do this? Alright, hold on, here's what I'm gonna have to do. Let's do... Can I make a new scene? Just duplicate that. Game 2. Okay, next, let's go... Move you here for now. Let's... put you back to where you were. Relock you. Alright, let's change. I gotta do this all over again. It might just be easier to. Let's see. How about that? Actually, that might work. That might work. I mean, there's a lot of empty space here. I know what I can do. Hold on. Image. Background. Just call you background. Let's go browse. Stream assets. Oh, I need a whole other one. Hold on, I'm sorry. Downloads. Stream assets. Let's make a copy of you. Let's go paste. Just call you background. There. Now let's next let's go filters. Let's go scroll. Hold on, I'm gonna have to check something. Be right back. Limit with 100, 100. 50. Okay, let's see. Properties. Not properties, we want filters. Scroll, limit, 100, 100. Negative 15, nope. 15. Negative 15, there we go. Now let's transform, nope, yes. Transform. Stretch to screen and put you all the way in the back. That's not much better, honestly, but nope, undo that. Lock you, grab you, you. Just, oh my gosh, why? Why? Why are you being like this? Whatever, I can live with that. Still kind of ugly, but whatever. Alright, I think we're good to go. Let's put the mic back. Right there, I think. Alright, so we are officially officially ready to begin dual hunting. You know what? I said I was happy with it, and I'm not. I lied. Where is Partner Cap Pikachu? I want you just a little bit bigger. No, that's not right. Oh, here it is, 3DS. How about... we'll just do it like that. I can't change it much more than that. Okay. So that's not right. So, okay, we're officially going to begin the hunt. I'm doing, obviously, the shiny Deoxys on Fire Red. Oh, such bad timing. I'll get back to you shortly, comma. I just need some pretty extensive work done. But now's not a good time to talk. Okay. Anyway, so I'm doing the Deoxys hunt in Fire Red. As you can see, on my main save. And I picked up another copy of Ultra Moon so I could do the Partner Pikachu hunt. Partner Cap Pikachu doesn't actually have quote unquote shiny in the normal sense. It can be shiny, but there's no difference in color. I guess there's some kind of oversight in how the event was distributed. And so it can have hold on, let's just see. So the little star by Metagross's origin mark, that's all you'll see on shiny Partner Cap Pikachu. Oh, why is that so quiet? Oh, it's because it's doing the, yeah. So that's the only difference between regular and shiny. It doesn't actually have a different colored shiny, but I still want it because it's an interesting hunt, and I don't have it yet. So we're going to be swapping back and forth between the Switch and the 3DS. Hopefully, I don't expect to actually get either of these shinies today, especially since I'll only be here for a few hours. But the Pikachu is a full odds Gen 7 hunt, so 1 in 4,093, I think it is, and Deoxys is a full, the original pre-6 shiny on, so 1 in 8,000 something. So I'm gonna try to, as efficiently as possible, go back and forth between these two. I do need to change my controller settings though. Real quick, options, LA, damn it, save, there we go. So now we go there. Oh, LA, sorry. I hate this name, Gridlin. But I wasn't about to run through the whole game again just to try the shiny hunt. I mean, I guess I wouldn't have to do the whole game just to get to Akala Island. But I still wasn't about to do that. So, this is my first time back streaming in quite a while. I did a setup stream last month when I first got my new computer. And I've been meaning to get back to it for a while. And I figured today's as good a day as any. Yuki, you can be up here, but I just really don't have the hands to hold you right now. Man, my mic is so sensitive. I hate that. Wait, don't I have a noise gate? Why do I... Hold on, where's my noise gate? Filters. I don't have a noise gate. No wonder it's so loud. But I don't know what my settings were. I wouldn't know without checking my old machine. I'll have to... I won't worry about that today. I'll fix it tomorrow. What's going on with Ultra Moon? It should be... Did it crash? I think my system crashed. Oh. I guess no, it didn't. I was just taking a sweet time. Get back in there. Sorry about that. go. Keep going. So yeah, I don't expect to actually get either of these shinies. I've been working on both of them off stream, but I figured it'd be pretty cool to get them on stream. So, damn it, I gotta get used to. Wait, can I map? I can map on the Pro Controller one. Hold on. Edit. Wait, do I already have a preset? I don't, but that's fine. Let's just edit. Make that the... God, that's annoying. Nope. Alright, now. There we go. I prefer my trigger to be A. Oh, actually, hold on. I need to fix one more thing. And let's make the bumper B. There we go. And I forgot to grab a bottle of water. Of course I did. Alright, so there we go. That'll be much easier to do. And then if I... Shouldn't that do that? Did I not save? Maybe I didn't save. Sorry, I know I keep getting sidetracked here. Nope. Alright, did I not save my settings? Because I thought... No, I did. So, hitting... I guess you can't hit all four directions on the D-pad at once. That's probably why. Okay. Alright, that's not right. Yeah, I apologize for all the clicking buttons you're going to hear. I don't have the noise gate properly set up on this computer, and I didn't think to do it beforehand. So, still no shiny. So for Deoxys, I actually did this hunt once before, several years ago, long time ago now, in, I think it was Emerald. Oh my gosh, I look so washed out there. Hold on. That's a little bit better. Well, it's not much better. Well, that's a little bit better. Anyway, so I did the Deoxys hunt on Emerald several years ago. I managed it after, I don't know, months of off and on resetting. And it was not a fun hunt. And I really thought I would never have to do it again until... What am I doing? Until these games came out. And turns out that they had the tickets enabled, so I'm like, well, I think I'm going to have to do the hunts again. Only because there's a small chance that these games might get their own origin mark when transferred to home, which is literally the only reason I care to do this. If it turns out that they don't, this is going to be, I mean, not a waste of time, not a huge waste of time, but I'll have felt silly doing it this way. I understand. I appreciate it, comma. I'll check back in with you in just a little bit. Period. Thanks. Sorry about that. Nope. God, that's so annoying. I would check my mic settings on my other computer, but it's actually underneath my desk right now, and I don't feel like pulling it out and dealing with all that crap. So, just have to deal with the clicky buttons today. Yeah, what is going on? Why does the 3DS sometimes take forever to load? Did I just forget how slow it was? Anyway, so part of the reason I decided to, well, besides wanting to get these shinies on stream, which would be really cool, I want to get back into the habit of streaming. I want to get back to streaming regularly because Champions comes out. I'm predicting in less than a month. No later than... Oh, this is my glasses. What is going on? I'm predicting Champions comes mid-April. Certainly no later than the 20th. If I recall correctly, isn't there a international or some pretty big regional mid-April. So I think Champions will be out before then. There's obviously leaks that it'll be here April 1st. I don't believe that for a second. And most leaks are complete bullshit anyway, so yeah, what's going on here? Yeah, it keeps doing this. I hope this isn't indicative of my 3DS having problems, because this is my streaming system, and I mean, I'm going to get my main system modded with a capture card at some point, but what is going on? I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I can't even get the cutoff. Oh no. Okay, there it's off. So anyway, this is my modded and hacked 3DS. I mean, I'm using a real game card though, as you can see. But I'd be really upset if this was going bad. Anyway, it's back up. It seems fine. I don't know why. I mean, this happens sometimes where it gets hung up like that, and I have to like hard restart it, but it's happening a lot today. I wish there was a way to reset one-handed on the 3DS, but as far as I know, maybe because I have a modded system, maybe I can figure out a way to do hotkeys to do that, but right now I just have to two-hand it every time. I should look into that though to see if there's a way to do LR and start hotkeys on a modded system. Anyway, so with Champions coming in about a month-ish, I knew I wanted to come back to streaming. Specifically, I want to get back into competitive Pokemon. I played super hardcore competitive through Gen 6 and 7. And I tried some of Gen 8, and I just didn't care for it, so I stopped. And I tried for a bit in Gen 9. But after the... I can't remember if it was Nashville or Jacksonville regionals. One of those two. The performance was bad, but I just realized I didn't enjoy Gen 9 competitive that much, so I dropped back out of it. But Champions seems to be the game for me. So I'm planning to start streaming that, hopefully, knock on wood, on launch when it comes out. Because I don't know, I just think it'd be a lot of fun to finally get back in to competitive Pokemon. No. Oh, that thing I hate. I can hear myself breathing, and that drives me nuts. But that's what I get for not having the noise gate properly implemented. Damn, I'm already down 20%. I'm going to have to figure something out, because when I bought this machine, I was really excited for it. And then I realized it has one USB slot, 2 lightning ports, and like an HDMI. And one of those lightning ports is the charging port. So I'm actually very, very limited on what I can plug and where. And in hindsight, I should have gotten the, what do you call this? The powered USB hub, because I think that's why my 3DS stream, or my 3DS capture, was flickering in and out. It's just isn't enough power going to the one I have now. So I might run by Best Buy and pick one up, see if that helps. Because otherwise I am severely limited here. Of course, I did just buy... I mean, I bought all this stuff about a month ago. New computer, all new equipment. But unfortunately, same issue. I have nowhere to plug in my Ethernet adapter, because there's no Ethernet port on this thing. So, you know, we'll have to figure something out. We'll have to figure something out. And now I was looking through Twitter when this game first came out, the first couple of days, as soon as it was confirmed that the tickets were in the game. Some people got this Deoxys stupid fast. I think I saw someone got it in like 120 resets, and I can't remember if it was someone in the Shiny Pokemon Discord or if they were just sharing a screenshot of someone who got it in sub 100, and that's crazy to me. It could never be me. So, but you know, we'll come back to this, and I'm gonna do it both on and off stream, I think. So hopefully I will. I mean, it's not hopefully. I will eventually get both. It's just a matter of time. But my last serious hunts, I set up a Kartana hunt on Ultra Sun like 3 or 4 years ago, and I would come back to it for, you know, 20 minutes, an hour, a few hours, a few nights a week over the last couple of years, and I just never got it. And then finally, I just said I was fed up with it. I wanted to just do SOS hunts for the first time. So I sat down and I committed to the hunt a few weeks back, and I finally got it. And since then, I did Delmai's SOS, and that was annoying. But I got it in comparatively short time. I got it in like 3 nights after like maybe 8 hours. Then I did Stuffle, got that in quick order, got Togedemaru super fast. And who did I just do? Turtonator. I did Turtonator in like an hour or so. And who did I just finish? Oh, and freaking Bruxish. And that one, considering it's not a low odds hunt, as in it SOS calls frequently, and for itself, not other Pokemon, that took me like 4 nights at like 6 or 7 hours at a time. Oh, I don't know why I reset there. But I'm out of SOS targets now. There was only a handful I really wanted. I was gonna do Marini, and I got a shiny Corsola on like chain 11, so I captured that because I didn't have shiny Corsola. Well, I have shiny Corsola as part of my Gen 2 Virtual Console shiny decks, but not like a modern one. So I caught that, and then I started another hunt, and I realized it's just an annoying hunt because Marini and Corsola, or it might just be Marina. Marini targets down the Corsola, so if it knocks out the Corsola, it kind of messes up the hunt. So I think I'm just gonna cop out and do a sandwich hunt in Scarlet because I don't know, I'm a big baby. I like doing method hunts. SOS hunts are actually really fun, but the only other thing I would have targeted was Drampa, and I did that in ZA. So, however, I am already having a problem. So I'll be right back. I need a bottle of water. There's no way I can do this for 2-3 hours without one. Alright, here we are. Where are my earbuds at? And where is... I need to put this back in one ear as well. Just so I can hear. Because one thing I've noticed is that my mic audio has often not been great during streams. Oh, that's much better. So I need to work on that. And really, I just need a better desk to work at, but I'm making do with what I have in my apartment. Oh, did I just bump it? No? What did I do? The problem is I'm really hurting for space on my desk right now between my television, my Switch, my PlayStation, my computer, etc. So I'm about to buy another TV stand and move my consoles over there. And I will just, I guess, snake an HDMI cord across the floor, maybe put a rug down so there's no tripping hazard, and use that. But I don't know. I'll figure something out. Any shiny yet? Of course there's not going to be a shiny yet, but there we go. How long have I been going for? I couldn't have been going for very long. I don't see my timer. Sorry, I switched from slobs to OBS for a multitude of reasons, and I'm just... Oh, there it is, the timer. I'm just still not quite used to the layout yet. But yeah, it's been going about 45 minutes, and I'm sure most of that was just set up, so... There we go. Nope. Pokemon ZA, Legends ZA, their last season just finished, and I didn't realize, and I didn't finish with A rank, and I feel kind of gross for that. It's the first season since the game came out that I didn't get to A. I ended at D, which isn't awful, but I'm like, I just feel kind of like I should have kept track of it, but I'm also kind of just over ZA. Oh, what am I doing? You know, I've done the entire Dex shiny. I did. It's 7 or 8 boxes worth of shiny competitive Pokemon in anticipation of champions, and not ZA competitive where it's just max offense and max HP. I did like standard competitive builds, complete with EVs, IVs, natures, level 100, bottle caps, the whole 9 yards for 7 or 8 boxes. And then the champions information comes out or on Pokemon Day, and it turns out that your stuff, or I guess it's not confirmed that they come in basically naked, but the IV system seems to be changed. Like, that seems to be confirmed at this point. And it just seems like I did all that work for nothing, because it's going to be an entirely separate build in Champions for everything. So that's disappointing, and it was a huge waste of time and resources. I got super burnt out doing it. But I guess that's life, you know? I mean, I don't regret doing it. I'm glad I did it, but like... maybe I shouldn't have. And that's part of the reason, like, I'm suffering for the same burnout I suffered from Legends Arceus after I 100% the decks. Where I love the games. The DLC sucks. I'm not going to lie. The DLC of ZA sucks. But the base game of ZA is fantastic, and I love it. But I'm super burnt out on it. I tried to play a little bit this morning, and I had to stop it for like 20 minutes. Because just... First off, because there's just nothing left for me to do. And second, because I'm just burnt out on it. I'm super burnt out on Pokemon in general. The only thing I'm really doing in the games anymore is just like these passive, simple shiny hunts. So I'm hoping that burnout will get better, or at least change once Champions comes out. Because, you know, I haven't done competitive in several years now. And I haven't seriously played competitive in, man, going on 10 years, something like that. So, and I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited for Champions. I'm really excited for competitive Pokemon. I'm really excited to... Oh, that should be on, actually. I'm really excited to be streaming again. But God, I hope I don't get burnt out like I did last time. Because that's kind of what happened last time, is I got really burnt out. But I've been away from streaming for so long that I'm excited to do it. I don't anticipate being burnt out again. And I'm going to hopefully manage it better than I did before. Because back when I was first doing it, I was also making YouTube content, Let's Plays, you know, constant uploads. And I enjoyed that. The quality is not great. I kind of want to go back and redo. Actually, I never finished my Breath of the Wild Let's Play. But I kind of want to go back and redo them because, like, the mic quality is really bad in those. You can barely hear me. Same thing with, like, my Metroid Dread and... But yeah, that's all stuff to work on and figure out over the coming year, so... Received Pikachu. So obviously the Partner Cap Pikachu is double odds of the Deoxys. But I don't know which one I expect to get first. I mean, logically, you'll think the Pikachu will have it first. And I kind of hope it does, because this is a shiny I don't already have. But we'll see. And I really hope it happens on stream. Nope. And then, oddly enough, another target I really want to hunt in Fire Red is Caterpie. I was discussing it in the Shiny Pokemon Discord earlier today, but Shiny Caterpie and the entire Caterpie line all have really good shinies. And I'd really like to have a shiny Butterfree just for... It has Compound Eyes in Gen 3. Well, in all generations. But it has Compound Eyes in Gen 3, and I would like to have a good sleep setter for potential future hunts. Like, I haven't captured Ho-Oh, Lugia, the Legendary Birds, or Mewtwo in this save, and I might want to go back and hunt those at some point. And so it would be nice to have a consistent and reliable sleep setter that isn't Parasect. Like, I really want to do a Shiny Mewtwo at some point. I've not done Shiny Mewtwo ever. Okay, no. I've done Shiny Mewtwo in Red version on the Virtual Console. But I don't count the Virtual Console titles, because Shinies are so easy to get on those. In Gold version, where I got the Shiny Living Dex, basically everything but the Legendaries have you can have up to a 1 in 64 chance for Shiny. So I don't like to count those. But I did everything possible in Red and Gold. And I did Crystal Celebi. So I have the entire deck Shiny in Gold version. But obviously several of those, like Mewtwo, had to come from Red version. No, wait, did I Shiny Hunt? I can't remember. I think I Shiny Hunted. I might be wrong. I have to go back and check at home. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to interrupt. I'm going to interrupt this hunt and just check real quick, because I don't remember. I think... I don't know. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember if I Shiny Hunted Mewtwo anywhere or not. I know I was trying to hunt it in Let's Go. I didn't get it on my main save. I think I hunted it on my secondary save. I think. Pokedex. Just go home. Oh wait, hold on. I can't see through you and you movie for a second. Where are we? Oh, okay, I know where we're at. Hold on. Gen 1 should end right here. Yeah, I do have shinies. Hold on. Oh, that's an event. That's from Red. I think it says from Johto though, because I transferred it from no, Kanto. Okay, so yeah, I have that one. And what's your symbol? I don't see your symbol. Oh, okay, no, these are both from the Red Virtual Console. What I must have done... Oh, yeah, okay, I remember. This really silly Payday. I gave it a bunch of weird TM moves that weren't possible outside of Gen 1 and transferred it up. I don't know why your moves aren't different, though. Did I put you somewhere? Huh. I don't know why your moves aren't the same. Anyway, so what I did was I must have duped them in gold version, traded them back to red, and then transferred them up. Because I'm pretty sure these have the exact same ID and OT, right? I can't tell because of you. Yeah, okay, so they're the exact same one. Okay. Anyway, so I did not shiny hunt. I did not shiny hunt Mewtwo. So maybe I'll do that in Fire Red as well then, because again, I don't really count the Virtual Console ones. Let's put these back on screen. Nope. And then I should have looked at Ho-Oh and Lugia, because aside from the Virtual Console titles, I don't think I've hunted them either. I have XD1, but it's not shiny. Can XD1 be shiny in Pokemon XD? Damn it, I kind of want to go back and look now. I don't remember. I do have a shiny Moltres from Dynamax Adventures in my shield save, my main shield save. But it's not a shiny I ever gave a crap about, so it's just been sitting in that box. In hindsight, I did a lot of Dynamax Adventures before I knew they could be shiny. And so there's a bunch that I can't get shiny with my main ID and OT anymore. But I got Zygarde, I got... Did I get Kyurem yet? I've shiny hunted Kyurem so many times. I shiny hunted it in... I think one of the Gen 5 games I got it shiny. And I definitely shiny hunted it twice in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And I think those are currently in my shield save. Or at least one of them is. But did I ever shiny hunt Kyurem in Dynamax Adventures? I don't remember. I definitely did Rayquaza and Groudon in Ultra Sun. I don't think I could turn this on without it being really loud. There, now it's... Alright, anyway. I need to do Blacephalon again, because I had a shiny Blacephalon, but I don't know what happened to it. So I need to do that. I already got Stack Attack in Dynamax Adventures, though, so I can't get that shiny. And I already got it in my main Ultra Sun save, or sorry, Ultra Moon save. Blacephalon is Ultra Sun. And I got both of those before I knew they could be shiny. So I'd really like to have them shiny with my ID and OT. But, oh, hold on. My apologies. I mean, I've considered just making a dedicated streaming save for shiny hunting, and you know that's still an option. Because I'm just kind of anal about maintaining a specific ID and OT between games and generations, and I always use that's the bottle I'm drinking. I always use the same names between characters. I play both versions, a Sev and a Cyan for the color, you know. And those are usually my two main saves per generation per Pokemon game. And I don't like to have a bunch of other ID and OTs because it just keeps hard to keep track of things. And I try to play as legitimately as possible. And having a bunch of different IDs and OTs just confuses things and hard to keep track of where things came from. And I don't know. I think I still do a dedicated shiny hunting save at some point, but I don't know when I'll start. I did I was doing Heat Ran DAs on my main save because I had never done Shiny Heat Ran, but then Heat Ran got a Mega in the ZA DLC. So I really wanted Shiny Heat Ran. But then I remembered I never, because I don't like Diamond and Pearl and I don't like Brilliant Diamond and Pearl. So I beat the games, most of the post game, but I never captured Heat Ran. I did all 3 of the mythical events years ago. I have those documented on Twitter, I believe. But I finally decided to do Heat Ran, and I wanted the Sinnoh, that little triangle symbol, the home symbol for it. So I decided to alternate between shiny hunting it between DAs and Brilliant Diamond, and funny enough, I got it in Brilliant Diamond first, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm very proud of that hunt. And that kind of started a series of Brilliant Diamond specific Masada hunts. And again, I hate those games. I cannot stand Brilliant Diamond, Shiny Pearl. But there were a handful that I specifically wanted from those games. So I did my first ever Shiny Fion hunt, and that was a nightmare. I think at the end of the hunt, so because how I would do it is I would stockpile a bunch of eggs, and then I would, during my downtime, during off time, I would start hatching those eggs in mass. And I'm a little weird. I organize my boxes very strange. I wonder, can I demonstrate? I organize my box a little weird, where the frontmost boxes 1, 2, 3, 4, are, generally speaking, the living decks. And then my backmost boxes are where I keep like my main Pokemon, my teammates, my collection, stuff like that. And so when I hatched my batch of eggs, I think I had 15 boxes of eggs at the end of the hunt, like towards the last session of hunting. And so I was hatching them backwards from like box 15. So like, yeah, 14 is where I keep, like, these are the in-game trades, these are the Pokemon I raise, and these are like my pickup guys, right? And then these are all, this is like the living decks. Anyway, so I was hatching eggs from box 15 to 1, and I was in the Shiny Pokemon Discord, and I was talking about how, wouldn't it be ironic if I finally got the Shiny Fion this session and it was in like box 1. And so I'm hatching eggs for hours and days, and I finally get to box 1, and Shiny Fion was in the 5th row. No, sorry, the 5th column, 4th row. So if I had just started from box 1, I would have had that shiny so much faster. But I would have had to hatch all the eggs anyway, because they would have just filled up space in my PC, and I had other hunts I wanted to do. So on the one hand, I'm glad I hatched them all. On the other hand, I'm like, oh, I could have had that shiny so much faster. But I got Shiny Fion. Then I went to Kricketot because I really wanted a Sinnoh native Kricketot that wasn't in a Strange Ball, because I hate the Strange Ball. I think it's so ugly and unnecessary. So I didn't catch it in Legends Arceus. If Hisui balls existed in the modern timeline games, like Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, I would have hunted it there. And I think I'm actually saved in front of an alpha Kricketune that I might eventually hunt just for whatever. But I didn't want this specific one in a Strange Ball. So I Monster bred it in Brilliant Diamond, got it in pretty quick order. I think I got it in one night. Then I only did a few. I did Fion, Kricketot, Carnivine. I did Carnivine. I got Carnivine stupid fast. Something like, nope. Like 3 batches of eggs, something like that. So like within 18 eggs. What's the other thing I got? See, now I feel like I have to go check. I'm going to have to go back and check because it's going to bother my brain. Let me just check this Deoxys real quick. Because I feel like there was a fourth hunt, a fourth Masada hunt. And let me turn these guys back off real quick. And Carnivine is only in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. That's the only Switch title it's in, so I had to hunt that there. Which is kind of why I was compelled to do the series of hunts in Brilliant Diamond specifically, is because I had to do that one. So I'm like, I might as well do all the Sinnoh natives in a Sinnoh game. But what is this other hunt? Because I feel like there's a fourth one I'm missing. Gen 5, Gen 4, here we go. No, just those three? No, I guess just those three. And then Heatran, which is right here. So, yeah, I guess it was just those four. Okay. Anyway, back to the hunt. But I've done all the Sinnoh specific hunts I want now, or all the Brilliant Diamond specific hunts I want now, so I don't think I'll ever come back to those games. Hopefully, I never have to come back to those games. I can't think of anything I want in those games. Because I got Arceus, I got Shaven, I got Darkrai. Man, in hindsight. So for Heatran, I went through several different Pokemon Reddits and Discords, basically e-begging for Heavy Balls, which in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, you could only get one of each with a specific region pre-order bonus code that I never got. And so I had to e-beg for, I think I ended up, in the end, I was like somewhere around 20 Heavy Balls. And I'm like, if I find the shiny Heatran, I have to make it work in, I think it was 18, 20 Heavy Balls, something like that. And I think I got it on Heavy Ball number 5 or 6. I was so happy, because if I had failed that, I mean, I would have just used Dusk Balls if I had to, but I really wanted it in Heavy Ball. So I was thrilled to bits that I got that one. But in hindsight, I really wish I had held off on the mythical hunts until I had... well, Arceus is fine. Arceus I was always going to do in a Luxury Ball. But Shaman, I really wish I had done Shaman in a Love Ball. And I really wish I had done Darkrai in a Moon Ball. Did I ever capture Cresselia in Brilliant Diamond? I don't remember. I think I did. But in hindsight, I would have liked to do shiny Cresselia in a Moon Ball as well. Not enough to go back and ever do those games again, but... I don't know. Do I have Cresselia? Because... No, Cresselia is a roamer. Fuck, I kind of want to go back and look. Oh, we're doing this again, aren't we? Okay. Oh, nope, nope. The hell? I didn't do anything. Okay, that was weird. I really hope this 3DS isn't going bad. That would be such a tragedy. I really don't want to pay however much it is for another one. I've got my main console, my main 3DS. And I've got my streaming 3DS. And I had a 2DS as well. And that was kind of the one that I used most of the time, that I carried with me. And it somehow fell out of my backpack several months ago and just shattered. And I just couldn't repair it. It would have cost more to repair it than what it would cost just to replace it. So I'm down one console. And that's devastating. I might still replace at some point, because I don't like how cheap the 2DS feels, but I like the... Actually, the thing about the 2DS that sold me on it, and this is going to sound so stupid, is the card cover on the bottom. A cover for the game card and SD card. I don't know why they never thought to do that for the 3DS, 3DS XL models. But the 2DS is genius for that. And so I really liked it. After this hunt, this reset, I'm going to check. Nope, that's not right. I'm going to check bird time because now I feel like I have to. Because, actually, do I even still have it downloaded? Because if I have it capture Cresselia, let me think. Cresselia is a roamer, and if I recall correctly, at least I know this is how it works in Gen 4, like Heart Gold, Soul Silver. If you knock out a roamer in PT Elite 4, it re-rolls that roamer, so it could be shiny if it wasn't the first time. So... hold on, let's, how do I... There's a way. Nope. 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 Where's this? Oh, right in front of me. Search. Oh, looks like I do have Cresselia. Hold on. Yeah, I did catch it. Damn. Okay. You know what? That's actually fine. That's actually fine. Did I use a Master Ball? Why? It must be because it was a roamer and I didn't want to deal with it. Here's the thing. If I had been able to hunt it, the shiny charm is broken in these games, so it doesn't even work properly. It only increases your egg shiny odds. And so it still would have been a 1 in 4,000-ish hunt. So I guess I don't want to do that hunt after all, but I would have felt compelled to if it was available. So I'm kind of glad that choice was taken from me. But Shiny Crest has a really clean shiny, so... Do I need to check my shield save? Fuck, I do have to check my shield save now. I'm sorry, I know I keep getting distracted from the purpose of this hunt. Where is my shield? Here it is. Because maybe... That ain't right. Hold on. Where's my shield save? It must be on my Switch OLED. Which means I don't care right now. I'll have to check that on my own. Check that on my own time. Because if I don't have Crest already captured, I might actually hunt that in Dynamax Adventure. Can you start back up, please? Can you start? Oh. There we go. So I know they're widely considered useless, but I got one of those auto peddlers under my desk just so I can not be completely sedentary while I'm streaming. It claims that it burns calories. I don't know how much I buy it. But like it says I burned 42 while I've been sitting here, so we'll see. But it just, at the very least, it's not me just sitting here completely still. Oh, I never turned these back on. I am a very bad streamer. I'm sorry. Damn it, I keep doing that. I might... What do I have going on tonight? I have to go to my job at 5. I'm going to hang out with my boss and help him with one of his projects for a while. Talk to him about some dental surgery. Oh, some dental surgery I got to get done. I'm discovering for the first time that dental surgery, dental maintenance, all that stuff is super, super expensive. So I need to have a... Apparently I am losing bone or something up here. I had a molar break about 10 years ago. Yeah, about 10 years ago. A little bit more than that. and I had it like cleaned and treated and all that, but I never had the root extracted because I'm a giant baby who doesn't like pain, and so I didn't want to go through that. But apparently, I got some. I guess your bones can shift in your jaws if you lose teeth as an adult. I didn't know that, and so um, I've always had kind of not great teeth because when I was a teenager, I didn't get my wisdom teeth out till longer than I should have, and it actually impacted pretty badly. Like it messed with my what do you call it? Like my bite. Like you can see some of my teeth are now kind of not crooked per se, but a little pushed back. They're not like super aligned, and so I guess there was always a crack in that molar, and this molar too, as a matter of fact. And eventually that one broke, and my molar on this side actually finally broke last month. That's what instigated this whole dentist trip. And I got to get the broken one extracted before it gets infected, because when this one got infected, it was the worst pain I've ever experienced in my life, ever. And I'm just not willing to go through that again. So I will deal with the pain of an extraction now to avoid the pain of an abscess later. But when they did the X-rays and the 3D scans, they realized that the bone is shifting on the right side, and apparently your bones can shift if you don't have your teeth in specific locations. And so I guess I need something called a dental graft to maintain that portion of the bone. And not only is that going to be a super not fun procedure, but I'm apparently also going to have to take some time off work. Not much, like a day or two, but man, I'm not looking forward to it. I hate bone stuff so bad. I hate pain, like any normal person. And I just had a surgery back in August to fix a hernia. And I mean, post-op for that was kind of rough. That was not a terrible experience, but it was rough. I was pretty dependent on my family for a few days, and I didn't like that feeling. Because, I live not alone, not anymore. I have roommates now. But I haven't lived with my family in 10, 12 years, something like that. And so having them, as much as I love and appreciate my family, having them in my space every day, taking care of me was just not a great feeling. And so anything approaching that is just uncomfortable and not something I'm super looking forward to. But I'd still rather have that than deal with any bullshit that comes with dental problems. So I gotta meet with my boss and talk with him about potentially taking time off for that. And I'm taking my family out to dinner tonight. Originally it was just gonna be me and my mother, and now it's ballooned into me, my mother, my grandmother, 2 of my nephews, my sister-in-law. So a whole ordeal, which I don't mind. I like taking my family out and treating them to dinner when I can. I try to take them out at least once a week, so. But originally it was just supposed to be a one-on-one dinner so I could discuss potentially needing her help after the dental work. What is going on? See, why does it keep doing that? I don't think it's hanging. I think the screens are failing. You know what? Let me move you aside over here. Because I don't know what could be causing that to happen. Anyway. So yeah, we're doing dinner around 7. It's 2:30-ish now, and then like I said, I'm going to my boss's around 5 to help him with his project. Still no shiny. One thing I really want to stream, and I guess I do have Steam on here. I really want to stream Slay the Spire 2. I am loving the game. I love it so much. I love all the new characters, but I cannot get a win with the Regent to save my life. I've done a run with every character. I've won at least one run with every character besides the Regent so far, and it's super frustrating. The Necrobinder is super cool. The Defect, who was my favorite character in the original, is still amazing. I mean, I love the game. It's such an amazing game. My boss also got the game, and I've been waiting for him to start. He got the game like 2 weeks ago, and unfortunately, he's had some personal situations that have kept him from being able to work on his computer. But that also means that he hasn't been able to play the game. It has a multiplayer now, and I would love to do some runs with him and his partner and me some night, because we all love Slay the Spire. I even have the board game, and for a time that we were setting aside time like once a week to get together and play the board game. And we probably need to do it again, but I'm waiting for the expansion to come out, and once that happens, we'll probably start playing it again. But yeah, Slay the Spire really does bring the whole world together. Oh. Man, Yuki, I don't know. I guess because it's almost spring. But my cat is shedding really, really badly. You know what Pokemon needs to come back? And I'm playing Gen 7, so it's super topical right now. Ash Greninja. I am so tired of it not being a thing. It's been disrespected so hard, and I'm really hoping that it comes back for Champions. Especially because we never got it shiny. It has a shiny. In fact, I'm pretty sure this save has the shiny. In fact, I think the Greninja in this party is actually a shiny Ash Greninja. I'm pretty sure the owner of this cartridge... no, I'm not sure. I'm not pretty sure. I'm 100% sure that the owner of this cartridge was a giant fucking hacker, because I'm pretty sure everything in their PC is shiny. In fact, let's see it. Like, that's shiny, that's shiny, that's shiny. And those are all possible shinies, but this is definitely hacked. This is a shiny Battle Bond Greninja, so... hacked as hell. Cheater, filthy pumpkin eater. But they didn't have the Pikachu event redeemed, so I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't going to replay it just for that. I could legitimately obtain the shiny myself and delete the save. And I do plan to keep the cart, because I want to have... in fact, I do have all of the 3DS titles physical now. I was talking about this on Discord last week. I super regret, hindsight being 2020, I super regret selling my old Gen 3 cartridges when I was a young teenager. Because now I'm like, God, I wish I had my Emerald. God, I wish I had my Leaf Green. Those were the two I had. And now I'm like, I would give anything to have this. But not anything, because I'm not willing to pay the prices for them secondhand. But I would give anything to have those back. And to that extent, the Switch versions are definitely worth it. But the lack of online is diabolical, man. Like, and I know there's a bunch of people who pretend not to understand the argument saying it's fine. It's actually not. It really is not an acceptable feature to lack in 2026. And if home support hadn't been confirmed, like when these games were first put on the eShop for pre-order, I pre-ordered them both right away. Because the storefront said home compatibility. And then the storefronts took away home compatibility, so I canceled my pre-orders. And I don't know what it is about the internet and people pretending not to understand things, but so many people just refuse to understand why that was a problem. But as soon as home compatibility was reconfirmed, I got them again. And I always knew that the event tickets would be in the game. I don't know why anyone ever thought that it wouldn't be. I mean, I know why people thought they wouldn't be. The whole, the ratings, can't have any changes without my ratings. Those people are stupid and they don't understand how things work. These games were always going to have those tickets. At the very least, they were always going to have the tickets, and they were always going to have local communication. That was never not going to be the case. But if home compatibility hadn't been a thing, dude, I would have been... Well, I guess I would have been mad because I would have bought the games. But it would have been such a waste. And I was always pretty sure home compatibility would be a thing because bank transport compatibility was a thing with like virtual console releases. So I was always sure it was going to happen, but I wasn't going to spend the money until I was 100% certain. Because, you know, if not, I can just play... I have them on my Steam Deck. And those I can transfer up to Gen 4, Gen 5, and then transport into Gen 6 and 7. So... But I'm glad we got what we got. I still think they should have had online support, especially with Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. That's when they really started pushing the multiplayer. You know, between record mixing and secret bases and Berry Crush, and that's really when multiplayer started being really pushed. And obviously it was streamlined and made a mainstay in Gen 4. But I don't know how they get away with not having online support in the Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald releases. That we will get this autumn/winter season, by the way. They're definitely coming later this year. Like, we know they're coming, period. Like, there's data in the emulator for these games showing support for those titles. But people are like, oh, well, we'll get them next year. No, we're going to get them, like, October, November, you know. And, you know, people are like, no, we'll get them next year. No. They're the same people who thought I was crazy when I said that Gen 10 wasn't coming this year. And everyone's like, no, they absolutely have to release it this year. There's no way Gen 10 doesn't come out this year. And lo and behold, I was right about Gen 10. The only prediction I've made that hasn't been right so far... Okay, 2 predictions. I was wrong about Ashcore Ninja not coming to ZA, even in the DLC. Don't get it. Don't agree with it, but I was wrong. And... why does that not look right to me? Hold on, and the other prediction I made was that home compatibility would be a thing for Pokemon. I'll be right back. No, that's right. Okay, nope. The size of the background is right. It looked too big to me. Anyway, I was wrong about that. I was also wrong about shiny Pokemon being a thing, but Pokemon was always low stakes for me. I have such a complicated relationship with that game right now because I was so excited for it. I was a huge stan for the game pre-release. And now hold on, let me just look. Because I haven't played it that long. I played for about 15 hours, yeah. I really don't like the game that much. Call me crazy. I was so excited. All the elements that were featured, I love in other games. I love Minecraft. I love Animal Crossing. I love Fantasy Life. I love Tamagotchi. You know, all these features that I was excited for. I said start. There we go. All these features I was excited for some reason, they just don't work for me in Pokemon. And I don't get it. I've tried, and I've tried. I've come back to it. I've only completed the first 3 areas. Well, even completed is a strong word. I've rebuilt the Pokemon Center in the first 3 areas, and that was a week ago, and I haven't come back to the game since then. I like the game. I think it's super cute, super charming. It just doesn't do it for me. I don't know why. And I've asked around, like, you know, what is it that I'm missing? And I see these really cool features and builds that people are doing in the game. Like crazy stuff like you'll see in Minecraft. And it just doesn't click for me. As cool as it is, as excited as it makes me, as soon as I sit down to play, I lose all motivation, excitement to play it. And I know part of the problem. Part of the problem is that it's not as, I don't like that there's loading zones between areas. I kind of had envisioned it being like Minecraft, where it was a contained but open world, you know, kind of thing. Well, Minecraft is not contained. Well, okay, I guess the console versions are contained. Actually, I think the console versions actually have infinite worlds now too. It's been a while since I played Minecraft. What am I doing? Anyway, I thought it would be like that, like a contained but open world where you could explore wherever you wanted, and certain areas would have like the quote unquote towns that you fix. And then it turned out to be like a handful of like smaller areas that you don't really have that much freedom to manipulate. I mean, I guess the Palatown area is completely blank canvas, and that's cool. But it just doesn't work for me. And I know I'm gonna sound I don't want to say like a casual, not someone who doesn't get the point of the game, but like I feel like the game is kind of lacking without some kind of combat. Like Minecraft, you know, for all of its creative ingenuity and how amazing it is, the survival aspect is also pretty key in my opinion. So, you know, I'm glad other people like it. My sister bought the game. She got the game key card like a fucking idiot because she wanted the stupid sitting cutie. Ditto. Fine, whatever. I will make fun of her forever about it. I would never let her live it down, but that is her choice. It's the wrong choice. It's a bad choice, but it's her choice to make. But she hasn't even had a chance to play it yet because she's been so busy with work. But everyone, like in the Shiny Pokemon Discord that I don't know why I just reset there, that I frequent, are loving it. Loving it. And I feel like I'm not understand. Like there's just something that's going right over my head. So I don't know. I mean, I get not all games are for everyone, and I'm perfectly fine with that. You know, I don't think all games need to appeal to every person. I don't think dumbing down games to appeal to the least common denominator is the correct choice either. So it's just not for me. I kind of wish I hadn't wasted $70 buying it, but it is what it is. How long ago? About an hour and a half. And still, not that I expected to get a shiny in such short order, but we got what, 30% left on my battery? Because I can only stream until my laptop battery dies, and I've got to call it quits. So, I mean, I guess I could stop hunting the Pikachu, and actually, I guess that's what I could do is stop hunting Pikachu and just focus on Fire Red. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get the powered USB hub so I can. What's gonna piss me off is though is if I get it, it doesn't work for what I need it to do. That's gonna really upset me. I don't know. I guess I won't know until I try. Actually, I am getting kind of hungry though. I had, what did I have for breakfast? Oh, I had a chicken quesadilla for breakfast actually. That was what, 6 hours ago? And I have a salad that I was saving for lunch, and I might smash that here soon though because I'm getting pretty hungry. It's just a simple salad: spinach, some shredded cheese, some onion. I think there's cucumber and cabbage in it, purple cabbage. But man, that sounds really good right now. I know I'm having dinner at 7, but damn, that sounds so good right now. But I don't want to eat on stream. I know some people do. I think it's kind of gross to eat on stream. It's not for me. But I don't know. I might go BRB for a few minutes, smash that real quick, and then come back. And that'll give me a chance to charge my machine for a few minutes. Still thing. Yeah, so I think the problem with my 3DS is setting it... I had it sitting flat on my laptop. Beside the keyboard. And I don't know if maybe there's something Did that just... Oh, it's... Okay, it's because I'm in low power mode, that's why. I hope that doesn't affect my stream. Anyway, having it set on my computer seemed to be what was causing the hang up or the screen blinking issue, but while I've been holding it, it hasn't had a problem. So... I need to check. I think, and I'm about to do it again, I'm about to get distracted from Fire Red and go to a different game. But I think I'm ready to hunt Deoxys on Leaf Green as well. I think I've done everything I need to do on that game. Oh shoot, sorry. I don't intend to finish the dex on Leaf Green yet. Because I already have a living dex of Fire Red. And I generally only 100% one version, not both. So I think I'm ready. And yeah, I'm going to distract myself. As soon as I do this reset, I'm going to check my Leaf Green save. Of course, I might not start that hunt though. Let me check something. Because I think, didn't I use my Master Ball in Entei? Because I already shotgunned the game 3 times to get each of the roamers, because you can only get 1 roamer per save, and I'm pretty sure I used my Master Ball on all 3 of those, right? Yeah, I don't have it. So what I might have to do is shotgun the game. Not entirely, just up to Sylph Company to get the Master Ball. And then get a Master Ball and trade it to the save. But I think, do I have the tickets? I think I have the tickets, right? Because they get added to your thing as soon as you finish. Yeah, and I think as soon as you beat the Sevi Islands post game quest, you're free to go to... What's this place called? Birth Island? That's still not shiny. Yeah. Okay, so I can in fact just go. I don't know why I am going though, because like I said, I don't have the Master Ball. And this is just isn't a shiny I'm willing to... As much as I would like to have it in Ultra Ball, and I have, the Ultra Balls required to hunt. And fuck, I already... this is why we use D-pads, not the control stick. Anyway, I've got 100+ Ultra Balls on the Fire Red save. So I'm good to hunt that, and then use the Master Ball as a last resort if necessary. But I don't have... Yeah, 24 is definitely not enough to hunt this, but I'm going to go and save right here with it queued up. It's a waste of time, because I'm going to go trade it, what's it called? A Master Ball to the save at some point, but there it is, it's ready. Anyway, back to the point. Because if I do get the shiny, well, not if, when I get the shiny on Fire Red, I might as well get it on Leaf Green too, you know? Because I already got one from Emerald. I think I have an attack form though. I think it's even built for attack. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Because I can't focus for more than 10 minutes, it seems, without getting distracted. But I think the shiny Deoxys from Emerald is is built for attack form. And I don't remember off the top of my head how the speed form differs. But I'm pretty sure it's more of a utility mod than an offensive Pokemon. But I might respect this one to be a speed form, since it's, hold on. I think you're in my trophy box, right? Where are you? I think you're right here somewhere. Where are you? No, it's not. Where are you, Deoxys? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Oh, damn. I don't want to do it that way. I'll just do it manually. Gen 3. There it is. Yeah, so it looks like you are, in fact, built... Yeah, okay. You're a mixed max special attack, max speed with a little bit of attack. So I might respec you... Oh god, my kneecap. To be a speed build. Since that's what the Emerald form is natively. And since I'll get an attack build, or an attack form, Fire Red, Defense, and Leaf Green, I might build those as their appropriate forms, just because. 2024, that wasn't that long ago. No, that has to be when I transferred it up. I think that has to be when I transferred it up, because I transferred it up because XD1 oh, hold on, I'm gonna have to go this way because my L bumper is currently remapped. But XD1 I transferred up at the same time. There you are. 6-1. Because I also transferred you at the same time, so I don't know. I don't know. I know I got them way before 2024, but I guess it just tracks the date you transferred them up to home. Yeah, because that's for my Japanese Emerald. 6/1/24. So maybe that is. Hold on. Damn it. What did you say? Pants, you can't come through. Oh, 6/1/24. Okay, so yeah, that must have been when I transferred them up through home. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I might just want to complete the trifecta. I guess technically it's 4. Because there's normal Deoxys, but there's no normal form, quote unquote, in Gen 3 games that's obtainable. You only get quote unquote normal form in Ruby and Sapphire, but there's no event to obtain them in those games. So, I don't know. Hi, Pants. Here, come on, you can come up. You can come up. Oh, you're such a big boy. You gotta lay down, though. You gotta lay down. You gotta lay down. Don't you chew on my earbuds. Be a good boy. Damn it. I wish that would go longer than however many it goes for. I wish it would just go indefinitely. Pants, you gotta lay down. Oh, okay. Are you can't be on my desk. No, nope. Time to get down. Good boy. So yeah, if I'm gonna get the shiny attack form, I might as well get the shiny defense form too. Which is gonna be a whole nother hunt. And obviously I'm not gonna do them back to back. If I don't pace myself, I'm gonna burn out. And like I said, I don't want to burn out again. So we'll see. There's no rush. Gen 3 compatibility, home compatibility, probably. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm willing to bet ZA compatibility launches the same day as Champions, because Champions compatibility with home is confirmed to be same day. And there's early players bonus for people who transfer in certain ZA Pokemon. So I'm willing to bet all three of those happen on the same day. ZA, Champions, and home. And I kind of think they might just do Fire Red, Leaf Green compatibility at the same time. I mean, I guess I don't care when Gen 3 compatibility comes. I really need ZA compatibility to come, though, because I have one empty box left in my game. Literally every box but one is filled, either by my living dex, my DLC living dex, or my 8 boxes of shiny competitive Pokemon. And then I think a couple boxes of just like extra random trash shinies I've gotten throughout the game. Redundant shinies, duplicates, shinies that I wanted, and then wanted like slightly different specs for, so I went out and hunted a new one. Okay, actually, this has to go. It's hurt my knee. Oh, God, my kneecaps. So yeah, ZA compatibility needs to come soon, because I have so many shiny Pokemon that I need to wander trade away. Because I don't feel good about releasing them, just getting rid of them, because someone somewhere will appreciate them. Although ZA shinies are a dime a dozen now. They're super depreciated. I mean, shiny Pokemon in general are pretty worthless now, because they're so easy to get. Scarlet, Violet, and ZA completely trivialize them. But I would still like to get them off the save and in the home. Not that I need the space, because like I said, I'm not really playing ZA anymore, but I would just like to have them where they belong. And I really... So anyone who follows the leaks, like the legitimate leaks, knows that Pokopia was originally envisioned to have home support, and you were going to be able to bring your Pokemon from home to the game. And I genuinely, sincerely thought that would still be the case. Ooh. So sorry. I thought that would be the case in the final release. And I was so excited to have a like a legitimate home to retire some of my old Pokemon to. Because, like, I don't know, I used to be sentimental, and I would keep my teams that I completed my runs with as far back as, like, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. And I still have those in home. Heart Gold, White 2, you know, throughout the generations. And I'm like, it would be so cool to have a place to like a home to get, like a legitimate home, not just Pokemon home, to retire to. Like, kind of like an Animal Crossing home for my old champs. And then it just didn't happen. So that's disappointing. Okay. So. And as it is now, I don't see there being a way for home compatibility to come to the games, because I also anticipated that the Pokemon you meet, for the most part, were just like random encounters, you know? Like a Charmander is just a random Charmander, not like its own character. Like, obviously there are characters like Professor Tangrowth, Chef Dede, and all that are their own characters. And I thought there would be a handful of those, but all the other Pokemon you came across would be non-unique characters. And so you'd be able to meet them, send them away, meet them again, kind of like to hunt them, like shiny out them. I thought shinies would be a thing. But no, it turns out that every Pokemon is its own unique character. And so there's just no way that home could come to those games. There's no use for it. There's no way it can be implemented in a practical way. So that's disappointing. But it is what it is. Although, if that had happened, I think I might have been more into the game, it would appeal to me more. But whatever, you know, Pokemon is just not for me. And according to the leaks, the next Legends game isn't for me either, because God, I don't like Galar either. And from what I've seen, it doesn't look that interesting to me. Which is strange, because I really like Pikmin in the Pikmin mechanics. You know, having a bunch of them following you around and using them to complete tasks and to fight enemies. And that seems to be what Legends Galar is kind of going for. But man, it does not appeal to me. Super not interested. That could obviously change over the next couple years. But, I keep clicking this stupid hacked ass Greninja. It's what, 3 o'clock? Actually, instead of going BRB and eating that salad, I might just end the stream when my battery is nearly done, because that would give me time to dig up my old machine, find my mic settings, and get the, what's this thing called? Noise gate figured out. Damn it. Sorry, I'm so yawny. Oh, itchy. Sorry. Because, yeah, I'm just not a fan of all that clicking, and I can hear myself breathing. And I hate that. I hate that more than anything. Hearing myself breathe in my earbuds. And I'm sure it's annoying for anyone like who views this stuff. Damn, I cannot stop yawning. I'm not even tired. I slept super hard and solid last night. Like, I got off work at 7 a.m. Tuesday morning. Went to the dentist, dealt with all that drama. Went to lunch at like 11:30. I was supposed to meet with my mom and sister to talk about this dental work around 6:30, but stuff came up. My mom wasn't available, and my sister wanted me to go to her place, and I didn't want to do that. So I ended up going to bed because I was pretty tired, because I work overnights. And so I was pretty tired come 4:30, 5 o'clock. And so I went to bed. And I woke up again around 10:30 p.m. And I thought I was up for the night, because I used to change my sleep schedule on my days off, so I was up all day and slept at night. And then during my work week, I'd be up all night, sleep all day. But it was really messing with my levels of exhaustion. According to my doctor, it was like subjecting myself to a 15-hour jet lag twice a week. And so for the last couple months, I've been just maintaining my sleep schedule throughout the week. So up all night, sleep during the day. But I guess I was just so tired that when I woke up at 10:30 last night, I think I sat up to kind of get my bearings and wake up, and I fell right back to sleep. And I slept straight through until like 6 or 7 this morning. So like, I'm not tired at all. I'm wide awake. But I cannot stop yawning. Of course, that means that come Thursday, Friday morning, I'm going to be all screwed up and I'm so sorry. So I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do about my sleep schedule. Ideally, what I should do, and It's, you know, because I'm old. I'm getting old. I should just pull an all-nighter so I can get back on my work schedule. But damn, I don't like the idea of pulling an all-nighter. It's so exhausting. Damn. I don't know what the deal is. I cannot stop yawning. You know, I really should have a separate scene made for just the 3DS. That way I can I can't use my words. That way, if and when I get it, I can switch focus to just that. But this will just have to do. Is this gonna have to do, or you know what? Nope, I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy. Hold on. Let's see. Let's go. Duplicate again. Game 2-2. Of course, here's going to be the problem. There's no... I don't know if I can edit this without affecting the other scene. Oh, no, here's what I can do. Hold on. Nope, not that. Hold on. First off, let's just see if this messes with anything. If I go back here... Okay, it doesn't. Okay, so I can freely edit this. So what I can do is do that. Actually, let's just go here and just remove you entirely. And then I need to add window capture. We'll just call you window capture. And this, a second instance. Hold on, lock you so I don't actually edit you. And then we can just do it like that. What if, hold on. Because the bottom screen, because that's going to be like that no matter what. And then, no, like that. Actually, hold on, that might be a problem. I mean, I guess that works. Let me look at the software. Hold on. There's no swap screen option, though. Actually, I might just have to readjust. No, 3DS. I guess I can do it like that. That just, there's so much negative space here that way. Oh, I don't like how that looks. I could do it the other way. Is there not a swap screen function? This is something I really shouldn't be doing now, but... I mean, because this is the screen that's going to matter when I do finally get the Pikachu. I guess this works. Because I really just want it so when we see the shiny. But here's what I don't want. I don't want... Actually... Can you not hear? Okay, you can hear that. Turn it up a little bit. How was that? That's still a little quiet. Go about 50. There we go. Actually, it's not just a tad loud now. Let's go there. How's that? Here's the problem. Is I won't actually know how good this sounds until I go back and watch the VOD. Because like right now, my mic sounds super subdued to me. But if I go back here, oh wait, could I not? Oh, that doesn't persist between sessions? That's annoying. So, hold on. Why does that sound so much quieter than this? Because now my mic sounds fine. No, see now I don't know. Maybe it's just the I don't know. The audio bouncing is weird. Anyway, so I at least have it set up so if and when I do finally get this shiny, I can just swap to those screens. Sorry, I know that was another distraction, and I really should have just waited because the stream's gonna have to end soon anyway. Because I'm down to 17%. How long does that give me? Because I started at 90%, 43 minutes. That's actually not awful. That's the one thing I'm grateful for is new machine means new battery means I can actually use it unplugged for a while. Because I'm really bad, not bad. I'm the kind of person who uses something until it can't be used anymore. I don't buy new things just because they're the newest and shiniest of that thing, usually. I'm on, let's see, since college, and college for me was in 2012. So since college, I've had 4 laptops. I still have 3 of those laptops, and the one I'm on now, the 4th one, I just got a month ago. So 3 laptops in 14 years. because I don't like. It's not about wasting money. You know, I don't mind throwing money around, spending it. You know, because I take my family out to dinner every week. But I just don't like wasting stuff, if that makes sense. Like, I don't buy new shoes until the ones I'm wearing currently can't be worn anymore. Like, I've worn holes through them, or they have no tread anymore, stuff like that. I don't remember where I was going with that point. Oh yeah, so the battery. So like I'm super grateful to have a battery that actually holds charge, because my computer right before this one, I'd get maybe 30 minutes with no cable, and the one before that, which is sitting in a closet somewhere, I can't even use without it being plugged in. So that's one thing that's super nice about having a new computer, is that that's not a problem. I can get it at least a few hours on battery alone. Oh, my nose. But speaking of awful battery life, the Switch 2's battery is awful. It would probably be a little bit better, but I have it on that setting where it stops charging at whatever percent to preserve battery life. But mine doesn't stop at 90, it stops at 82%. And I've done the whole, well, let it drain completely, fully charge, drain, fully charge a few times to recalibrate it, and it just doesn't work. So I don't know if I got unlucky and just got a defective battery or what, but 82%, actually I think sometimes it goes up to 86, 88% right now. So, but I almost never see it at 90%. But man, the Switch 2 battery life is just awful. Sorry, I know I'm looking down a lot, but I have the 3DS in my hands instead of on my desk because the screen issue. Anyway, I need to drink water. Oh, actually, my 3DS is getting warm, though. That's the one downside to the capture card, is it does heat up the system a bit. Man, it would be such a fantastic way to end my first stream in, I can't even remember, my first real stream in at least a year. It would be so awesome if I capped it off with a shiny. It'd be super awesome if it was Deoxys. I would love that. But I would take the Pikachu. It's not going to happen, obviously. Not in 30 minutes, 40 minutes, but that would be amazing. But I might come back. After the stream ends, I'm gonna get the mic worked out, and then I'm gonna go to my boss's place, and then dinner after that. But I think when I get home, I'll probably stream again for a while, just because I want to stream. Like I said, I want to get back into the habit, and I enjoy streaming. It's something I actually really enjoy. It'll probably just be more shiny hunting, but oof, I'm so sorry. But I figure if I sit down and do it, I will be more inclined to keep doing it. So, and I got nothing else going on tonight anyway. So, and hopefully I'm not bothering my roommates in any way. The rooms are pretty well soundproofed. I don't often hear them. I'm pretty sure. Well, okay, they probably hear me quite a bit because on the normal run of things, while I'm home, I keep my bedroom door cracked so my cat can get in and out. into the common area. And so, you know, they can hear. I don't keep my TV and stuff super loud, but they can, you know, at least hear it going, and they can hear me doing whatever. But right now, like when I stream, I close the door. The cats just have to live with being in the room when I stream. But so hopefully streaming doesn't, and they've never mentioned anything, they've never said anything, so it shouldn't be a problem. I don't anticipate it being a problem. But what is going on here? Why is this there? Sorry. Still no shiny. Still no shiny. But yeah, when I come back tonight, and I'm pretty sure I will stream tonight, I think I'm just going to be doing more of this. I don't anticipate doing anything else. I can't think of anything else I'd like to do. Like any other games I'd like to play. I mean, I'd like to play Slay the Spire. I guess I could get that set up. Actually, shoot, I might do that. I don't know if I can... I don't know if I can shiny hunt and play the Slay the Spire, because Slay the Spire requires concentration. If I get distracted, I fuck up my runs really badly. But yeah, maybe I'll just Slay the Spire, honestly. Because I do want to stream that. I actually originally wanted to stream it the night it came out, and I really regret not doing it that way. I couldn't... There was just some kind of mental hurdle I had to get through to get back into streaming. And I hate that I felt that way, because like I said, I really enjoy streaming. I really don't enjoy content creation so much. Like, editing videos sucks. So I don't know if and when I'll get back to editing individual uploads for YouTube again. I might just export VODs, which is kind of what I did towards the end. Got lazy about it. But I really wish I had streamed Slay the Spire when it launched. Actually, I would have if it had launched earlier than it did. It didn't launch until like 1 p.m. that day, which was the same day Pokopia came out. And I thought I was going to stream Slay the Spire, but I couldn't stay awake that long. I had, because I was on my work schedule then. And so there was just no way that was happening. And then when I finally woke up, I'm like, I just don't have the time. I got to work this evening. And so I just kept putting it off, and now I regret it, but I will get it going at some point. Probably tonight. Probably tonight. Probably tonight. Maybe tonight will be the night I finally... Well, if I do stream, I'm going to start a second profile and start fresh. Why would I do that? Why would I do it that way? I mean, I guess it's cool to you know, have a fresh experience documented. But why would I do it that way? I don't know. I don't know how I'll do it. I don't know if I'll just pick up where I left off on my current profile, or if I'll do a second one. I think there's 3 profiles. So, I don't know. Still no shiny. Hey, looks like my nephew is home. He's been playing Mario Kart World a lot lately. Man, I wish I liked that game. I played it quite a bit the first couple days after it came out, and then I quickly realized I don't like the open world. I mean, I like the open world. I don't like the having the drive between tracks in cups aspect. I don't know if that's been changed. I've heard there's been a lot of changes since it launched last year. But I got real fed up with that aspect pretty quickly. And I still have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you know, if I want to play some Mario Kart. Still nothing. But, okay, am I crazy? I know that wasn't shiny, but when I looked at the stream just now, I could have sworn it was. Hold on, I gotta go back and look. Can I not rewind? I'm gonna have to go back and watch the VOD. That wasn't shiny. I know it wasn't shiny. It has a very distinctive yellow shiny, even when it's like it's still in shadow as it moves across the screen. There's no way that was shiny. If it was, though, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna be so mad at myself. But it wasn't shiny. I know it wasn't shiny. I would have noticed it. But man, if it was. If it was. Man, still hear that clicking though. And here's the thing: if I do play Slay the Spire, since I'm on PC, I'll have to use mouse controls, and I will not have that constant clicking sound tonight. I just refuse. Like, I might not be the most professional streamer in the world, but even I have standards. Let's see, we're down to 10%. I think we're gonna have to call it. 30 minutes. I have 30 minutes left on this battery. You know what? I'll let it go down to a whatever the high battery saver mode is, like 5% or whatever. I hope that's not bad. I don't know. I should probably be better educated on this, but I don't know how bad for your battery it is to let it. I'm sorry, drain that bad, but I guess we're gonna do it. Damn it! I need water. Damn, sorry. Got this itch in my throat all of a sudden. Actually, I really should. No. I'll do the noise gate off stream, and then I'll just adjust it once I start tonight, I guess. Because if I'm going to do Slay the Spire, I need to set up a whole new scene anyway for that. So. Did I ever check to see my shiny Ho-Oh and Lugia situation at home? I don't think I did. I'm not going to now. I don't care that much about those shinies. They're absolutely not priority hunts in any way. But I think my only shinies of those two, I might have done. I can't remember if Ho-Oh was Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon. If it was Ultra Sun, I might have done the shiny for that already. I definitely have it in gold version, Virtual Console. But again, I don't really count those. But they are, you know, they're here to hunt. They're huntable if I want them. I don't really want them. I don't, like I said, I don't really care about those. Despite really, really liking shiny Ho-Oh, and shiny Lugia has grown on me a lot lately. I don't know if I like them enough to do them in Fire Red Leaf Green. I would probably do those. I'd method hunt those somewhere else. Probably in DAs. And I need to check my... Actually... Why is... There has to be a reason that my shield save is on my Switch OLED. I know exactly why it's on my Switch OLED. It's because of those shiny hunts I was doing. I did some right after I finished the Brilliant Diamond Monster hunts. I did some shield version of shiny hunts. I did Maractus. Oh, Maractus took forever. Like, I had to have done 2,000 eggs for Maractus. It was ridiculous. At Masada odds. Masada plus shiny charm odds. Something like 2,000 eggs. Then No. Which one? It was either Sigilif or Maractus. One of those two was like 2,000 eggs. Actually, it might have been both. I think they were both stupid long. I think Sigilif was the one that was egregiously long, but I think Maractus was quite a little bit too. And then I did BHM. Is that the first stage? LGM? Which one's the first stage? Anyway, whatever the first stage is of the LGM BHM line, I did that and got it in like 6 eggs. Like, I blew all my shiny luck on that one. But I did those on my Switch OLED. I think that's why my shield save is there. I must have been doing something. I must have been doing some kind of hunt on my Switch 2 that kept me from doing it on Shield as well. Because usually when I do a hunt, I have multiple hunts going at once. 3DS, Switch 2. So it must have just been so I could have 2 consoles to hunt on. Because I know for sure my shield save was on my Switch 2. Because I was doing DAs between my shield save on here and my sword save on my Switch OLED. So it must have been something in ZA. I don't remember exactly. But there was some reason I transferred the save so I could hunt on that console. But I can't think of a reason why I wouldn't want to transfer it back now. I can't think of a reason. Especially if I'm going to start doing DAs again. Because I would like to have... Because I've got... So here's the thing. I got 3 consoles. I have the original Run Switch. I have my Switch OLED, my Tears of the Kingdom edition. Because I was never going to get an OLED until that version was announced. And then I had to have it, because Tears of the Kingdom was like my most anticipated game in the last decade. And then it turned out to be not disappointing, but it didn't live up to expectations. And I think Breath of the Wild is a better game. Anyway, I got that Switch OLED as soon as it was announced. I pre-ordered it. And then obviously I got the Switch 2 on launch, because I wasn't going to go through the hell that was the Switch 1 launch. I had to get my Switch 1, it was quite a while after it launched, because I didn't get the first run. And it was so short-stocked back then. So I wasn't going to go through that again on the Switch 2. So I got that pre-ordered on launch. So I have 3 consoles. And so I can do DAs across 3 games, which, first off, is triple odds for shiny hunting. and I don't have to use the stupid, useless NPCs to get through them. Well, I still have to use one, but it's much more manageable when it's 3 cognizant, intelligent, controlled characters and 1 NPC than 3 NPCs. However, we are getting to the point where we're going to call it quits. I'm down to 7%. So I think I'm going to do 1 more reset apiece, and we're going to call it a day. So let's check. So, yep, no shiny Deoxys. Go ahead and reset that. And let's check the Pikachu. And I can already tell you it will not be shiny, and that's okay. Okay, so no shiny Pikachu. Alright. So what? About 2.5 hours. That's not awful for my first stream back, but obviously we did not. Actually, let's just turn the music off. We obviously did not get either shiny this hunt, and, you know, I didn't expect to. It would have been dynamite if we had, but I'm not too concerned about it. But I'm going to go ahead and end this stream here, and then I will... I don't want to promise, but I can almost guarantee that I will be back this evening to stream some more. Whether it's more shiny hunting or slay the spire, I can't tell you for sure. But I feel like there will be some spire slaying at the very least. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Where is my end screen? Sorry. But I will be back. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. I know my battery's running low. I know. Let's turn you off. Turn you off.